Hey guys, so this is part two for my recommendation series of K-pop albums I think everyone should listen to. If you haven't watched the first one, you can watch that if you want to. But in case you haven't, this is just kind of me recommending some K-pop albums that I like basically every song from, and I don't skip any of them at all. So this is just more to expand people's taste and just talking about other groups. Especially older groups, because a majority of K-pop fans haven't listened to older albums, so it's a mix of old, new. So if you're interested, keep watching. I have a few more to recommend, so I'll keep doing them until I'm finished. But I'll be only doing one album per group, because there's some group, but if there's a certain group that I like a lot of albums from, I would talk about it on that specific album and recommending those as well. So let's get started, since I have this one on top. So I have Sonia Day, or Girls' Generation's Run Double Run. This is a repackage of their second full-length album, Oh, and in my opinion, this is their best album. It's just a good mix of what Girls' Generations is like all the sides put into one, because you get ballads, you get some R&B, you get some pop, you get some electronic, you get some just a good mix of what Girls' Generation's discography is like in Korea, because they mix it up a lot with their albums, especially mostly their singles. So basically this embodies what Girls' Generation is. And just going through the track was, let's see. The cool thing about this full-length album is that it includes G and Genie, so that's a huge bonus to why this album is really good. But obviously, Run Devil Run is like the dark side of Girls' Generation, and then you got O, which is the really pop, dancey, cute concept. But there are really, really good songs in here, like Stick With You, Star Star Star, Boys and Girls, Day by Day. It's a really relaxing song. Be Happy. Forever is one of the best ballads that they have. It's just a really fun album to listen to. You're gonna find a song that you like in here. Another one that I highly recommend is their fifth full-length album, Lionheart / You Think. But this one's just, it's packed with hits, and it comes with 15 songs, so you do get your money's worth. The packaging is not the best. I'm sure someone's have seen an unboxing for it, but you get a poster. I have Yudi's poster, so it's not a big deal when it comes to packaging. It's just like a DVD case. But the song content in here is really, really, really good. So highly recommend Girls' Generation's Run Double Run. I also made albums ranking Girls' Generation, so if you're interested in that as well, you can check those videos out. Then moving on to another one of my ultimate biases, because Girls' Generation and Bangtan K are my ultimate two groups. I can't pick between the two. But I have their album Mirotic, or Myotic, and this is the repackage as well. So this is the one that comes with the most songs. There's like a bunch of versions of this, but this is the one with the most songs. And if you like ballads and R&B songs, this one's for you. This album is the best one in my opinion, obviously because I picked this one, but it's just filled with great songs. The packaging isn't the best, but at the time, there wasn't that many that many unique packagings. But yeah, I would recommend Wrong Number, Love in the Eyes, Hey Don't Bring Me Down, Crazy Love. Oh my gosh, that should have been a single. I used to listen to that song all the time. And obviously Mirotic is the lead track for this. But just every single song in here is just really, really good. Obviously, I would say that if you like ballads, then definitely Dongbangshiki is the group for you when they're 5, because they do a lot of ballads. Because aside from being amazing like dancers, there are phenomenal singers. All of them can sing, so highly recommend Mirotic. I also recommend their album Spellbound. That one I really enjoyed as well. And let me think. I love all of their albums, obviously, because they're my ultimate group, and so it's kind of really biased for me. But the thing with Dongbangshiki is like the first half of their stuff is more ballad based, so if you like that, and then once they split, JYJ stuff is more R&B with a mix of ballads and some pop songs, while TVXQ or just Homin is more of that electronic pop genre, plus obviously the ballads, because that's like a staple for their discography. But this one's the best one yet. I think a majority of the fans can agree with this album just being basically flawless. And yeah, so I obviously I recommend all of their albums, but this one for sure is like a must listen and is an iconic release. It was top seller that year. So okay, so back to another iconic girl group. This is like filled with some of my ultimate groups, basically. So we got Kara's second full-length album, Revolution. It's hard for me to pick between the first one or the second one, but this one has more of a Kara feel. If you really want to listen to some like K-pop, R&B, old K-pop R&B style of music, listen to their first album, which is like the first Blooming. But that's when they were 4 members and one of the girls left. But that one's more of that style. It's really outdated to what the sound is like right now. But it's still really, really good music. But if you really like that kind of style, I recommend listening to that one. But this one's my favorite release from Kara as an album. It's just packed with really good songs. The thing with Kara is that they have really sweet sounding music. So if you like J-pop, I would say just listen to Kara's discography, because just the first time you listen to them, they have that J-pop feel, and that's why they were so successful. Their voices blend well together and make that, I guess, really girly melody. So obviously the singles in here that were promoted were Wanna and Mister, so those are the ones probably everyone knows. But unfortunately this is only like 8 tracks. That's like the only issue with Kara albums, that they don't have a lot of songs. But I recommend listening to Aha, Let It Go, and obviously every song here, but it's just and the third track as well. The packaging again is like not a huge deal, but the music is what matters to me the most, and that's how I got into Kara. But this one, really enjoy listening to it. Then let's see, let's go with one that's, I guess, more not even that recent, because this one's kind of a bit old, kind of like a throwback. But I got Vixx's first full-length album, Voodoo Doll. This is their best album. But the thing with like Vixx, they have all of their albums are really good, but this one I just can't get over. Like this, the track list for this, like Jellyfish went all in, and this is one Vixx was promoting nonstop, and that's how they got a lot of fans really quickly. And I'm glad that they have survived all these years, because I remember when I saw articles where they had to take like the subway for their schedules, and they have come so far. But aside from that, this album is filled with great songs. The thing with like Vixx, and I think they're really highly underrated when it comes to their music. A lot of people, I don't know, I feel like, because they do sell well in Korea and they do get a decent amount of views, but I feel like nobody really ever talks about like their discography as a whole, and they have some really good albums, but this one is just filled with like singles, because you get Voodoo Doll, which is the title track, and then you get a promotional song, which is Only You, which I think that's the 5th song, and then you get previously released songs, Superhero, Rock Your Body, On, and Hide. So this is how you make a first full-length album, because you get another group that I remember doing this is New East with their album Rebirth, where they include all of their past title tracks for their first full-length album. And the good thing about this is that they have 9 songs, 9 original tracks with like obviously 1 intro, so I guess 10, and then 4 of their past songs. So you technically don't really need to buy the previous things if you just really like the title tracks and you just want those title tracks. So this one's just perfect. I don't have the disc right here because I listen to this one a lot, but I don't know how to classify as Vixx music, but they make some like dark pop songs. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but that's what it sounds like to me. They have this really electronic beat, and obviously most of their concepts are dark, but if you like Voodoo Doll, you're gonna like every single song in here. And here and there you get some kind of mellow songs, R&B inspired, but I just love how well they blend their voices, especially with Leo and Ken. I am still not over this release. I think everyone should listen to this one. It's perfect. Like, I recommend it. Aside from the title tracks, listen to Beautiful Killer, BODY, and Only You, but that was a promotional song. But this is such a really good album, and Jellyfish does a good job with everything with Vixx. Like, I've never been disappointed in Vixx, because they have a certain sound, and what I think most of the credit really belongs to Leo, because he has a really unique tone to his voice. Oh my gosh. But highly recommend this one, and the packaging it's alright. Just the way that this photo book is glued, or maybe it's just my copy, but I think you just have to be careful when you flip through the photo book so it doesn't get damaged. But highly recommend Voodoo Doll. Then let's see, Beast, kind of just keeping with a dark theme. Okay, so for this one, I think that a majority of Beast fans as well, or they're not called Highlight, would agree that this is their best or most iconic release ever. They won a lot of awards and a lot of recognition in Korea with Fiction and the other song On Rainy Days. It's just, oh my gosh, this album is, you're not gonna, like, for example, this one is a complete opposite of this in terms of sound. So if you like really just I don't know how to say, just calm songs, calm pop songs, you're gonna like this one, because Vixx is really dramatic and theatrical, while Beast is Fiction and Fact. I don't know, it just, if you listen to the song Fiction, it keeps up with that vibe, but this one, every song here is really good. But again, an issue with the track listing, Cube did Beast dirty with just having, let's see, 9 songs with an orchestra version of Fiction. But highly recommend this one. The packaging isn't the best, but definitely recommend listening to this. It's such a great album, and I'm glad that Beast have maintained their status. Like, they never really dropped a whole lot, because that's what happens with a lot of groups over time. Okay, so let's go back in time to 2009. So here we have Super Junior Sorry Sorry. This is their 3rd full-length album, and this is the version C, like the repackage of the album. So this one's the one with the most songs, so get this one because it has the most songs. again, I think Elf's gonna agree that this album is the best album that Super Junior has. It's a staple for K-pop. It's an iconic release. Obviously it has the 2 title tracks. We got Sorry Sorry and It's You, both really good. But if you like R&B music, or yeah, listen to this. And then you have ballads. It's just a good mix of everything. Like SM was really doing great things with from like 2008 and 2009 when it came to like album production, because this one is amazing. From other albums that I recommend from Super Junior, Mamacita is really good as well. I don't know. And then Bonamana, but the repackaged. Those are like my favorite albums from Super Junior, because Mr. Simple, there's some tracks that I skip in it, and same thing for what was that? Sexy Free and Single. Those I skipped some of the songs, but for this one, the first 3 albums I really enjoyed. The first 4 albums I liked every single song, and then I really enjoyed Mamacita as well. But this one's the best one. And again, not a big deal when it comes to packaging, but really good release. And I think if there's any album you should have, like if there was a library of iconic K-pop albums, all of these would be in it, to be honest. But this one set a trend with Super Junior. And then last but not least, Infinite's Paradise. Obviously, this is the album that made Infinite what they are right now. I would say that their music is a bit more different, but the thing is that they have 2 different main producers. They have Sweet Tune and they have Alphabet. So, like their most recent things are the Alphabet sound. They haven't really done Sweet Tune songs for the last few years. I don't know what their new album is going to sound like, so who knows, maybe they'll go back to Sweet Tune, or they keep doing the music with Alphabet. Both are really good, but I'm more just driven or used to the Infinite sound that they have with Sweet Tune, because that's how I got into them, because I got into Infinite since they debuted, and that's like the sound that got me into them. So as for this album, is iconic. Like Over the Top was great, and with the repackaged Paradise is a really good song. Obviously Be Mine, Cover Girl, TikTok, Julia. You get 2 solo songs from Sungyu and Woohyun, and then you get an Infinite H song. This is just a really good album, and the remix for Neko Haja, or the Be Mine, is amazing as well. As for this packaging, I would like just commenting on the packaging. If you get this album, be careful, because of it. The cardboard does a good job of protecting what's inside, but I don't know, I get annoyed if like the cardboard gets like dirty or it gets damaged, so I take really good care of this, and as you can see, it's just difficult to take care of. So please, if you get this, be careful with it, because, or maybe you just won't be annoyed, but this is just a cardboard. They have that's a similar type of packaging with their album Be Back, because Infinite kind of keeps up with their packaging. Huge improvement compared to this. And then I like this one more than Be Back, but both really good albums as well. This is just that classic Infinite sound, because if you like songs like The Chaser, Men in Love, Last Romeo, She's Back, Before the Dawn, Can You Smile, Dashi Dorawa, like that's the sound of this album. So highly recommend it. Infinite is like one of, again, all of these are my ultimate favorite groups, and Infinite just has a special place in my heart. I'm really looking forward to the comeback. Hopefully it's at 7. If they don't make a comeback at 7, whatever decision they make, you know, I support it. So I'm just really just annoyed that Ulim has not given like a really clear statement of what really is going on. But hopefully we do get a release, hopefully before October, because it just seems like it's going to be released in September. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be released in September or in late August. So, yeah. Again, if you have any other questions, you can comment down below. And if you enjoy this album, please, any of these albums, please tell me which one was your favorite one out of all the ones I recommended. Also, for each of these individual groups, I have made collection videos from. So if you want to see my collections for them, so I also made a playlist, so you could go through my channel and then click on my playlist, and it's titled as my K-pop album collection. And if you're interested of what albums I have from each specific group, I made a video for each of them except for Girls' Generation, which I will do one really soon. So that's the only one that I haven't made. And what else? Oh yes, and then I will be doing a few more videos recommending a couple more albums. Obviously, it would take forever to recommend all the albums into one video, so look forward to part 3. And if you haven't watched part 1, like I said previously, you can watch it if you want to. But this one, I guess, was more of that old K-pop style. That basically this is what got me into K-pop, to be completely honest. And yeah, I'll be doing another the part 3 very soon. And yeah, look forward to also for a couple like a big haul of albums as well. And anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.